Hi guys, as you can see, the title of this video is called 6 Tips to Becoming Bilingual. Nowadays I think it's super important to know more than one language, but it's not easy. It takes lots of time and hard work and patience, so that's why I came up with these 6 tips that help me, so hopefully they'll help you too. Okay guys, so tip number 1 would be to enroll in a class. I know it sounds super obvious, but I think it's so important for the beginning to just go to class and get immediate feedback from a professor, have someone keep you on track and keep you somewhat disciplined, because I know that I've tried learning languages at home and I just get so distracted, I get frustrated, I don't know, where I should be at, like what I should start with, and so I think it's important to go into class until you get an overall grasp of the language, at least know how to pronounce the alphabet, something, and then learn at home and practice everything that you need work on, maybe verbs or vocabulary. I think those things you can do at home, but in the beginning I think it's super important to just enroll in a class. Okay guys, my second tip would be to watch movies. I'm sure that the majority of you already watch movies in your free time as it is, so why not watch them in the language that you're trying to learn? In my case, I would look up actors, actresses, directors from Spanish-speaking countries, and then watch them with English subtitles on the bottom. It's just a way of getting more familiar with the language. Another thing you could do is to watch movies that you've already seen a million times and know all the lines to, with subtitles in the language you're trying to learn, in my case Spanish, on the bottom. Like I would watch Eat, Pray, Love like 1,000 times and then have Spanish subtitles at the bottom. At least it's a way to, you know what's coming, you know what the person's going to say, or maybe you don't, and then you see it written in Spanish. So it's a way to become more familiar with it. Okay guys, my third tip is to listen to music. It's an easy way to become familiar with grammar and vocabulary, just hear the language a lot more. In my case, I just downloaded a whole bunch of Ricky Martin, Shakira, Christina Aguilera. There's tons of artists. Maybe in your case you'll have to do a little bit more research if you're, for example, studying Hungarian. I have no idea. I've never looked up Hungarian music. Maybe there's a ton, but I don't know. I think it's a fun way to still practice a different language, but not feel like you're reading off a vocabulary list and memorizing a whole bunch of phrases or words. So I don't know, it's a way to break out of the routine, and I don't know, for me it's easier to learn lyrics than a vocabulary list. Okay guys, tip number 4 is to read. There's just no getting around it. If you want to become bilingual, you have to read. If you're like me and you hate going to the library and checking out a novel that's like this big, there's other ways to read. I followed a whole bunch of people on Twitter. At least they're in your feed. You're seeing different languages. Follow blogs that the people are from different countries, or at least blogging in a different language. Magazines that match your interests, golf, tennis, knitting, I don't know, whatever your interests are, you can find those in different languages. Cosmopolitan is in I don't know how many languages. The backs of shampoo bottles and ingredients are, in my case, I saw them in French and Spanish and English. So, there's so many ways to read. You just have to do it. Okay guys, my 5th tip is to practice speaking. I know it's awkward and uncomfortable and embarrassing, but you have to do it. I think I went like 4 years or something without actually speaking Spanish because I'm just so embarrassed, but after you get past the initial shock, it becomes so much easier. Nowadays there's so many places that you can practice. There's websites where you can record yourself and get instant feedback. You can find people online who are in your city and want to practice languages, practice in class, practice in front of the mirror, just do anything, but you have to practice. Okay guys, my 6th and final tip is to travel. It's kind of like a bonus tip because I know that not everyone has the means or ways to travel and get abroad and be immersed in that language, but it's the best way to learn. It forces you out of your comfort zone. It makes you listen and hear the language at all times. It makes you speak when you don't want to. It really is the fastest way and the most effective way of learning a language and becoming bilingual. Okay guys, so those are my 6 tips to becoming bilingual. Let me know if they helped you out, or what some of your guys' ideas and ways of practicing and learning a new language are. If there's anything I missed, just write them down in the comments and I'll get back to you. I'd love to hear what you guys do to practice other languages. Well, I guess this is it for this video. Till next time. Okay guys, my fifth tip. In case I would look up actors and actresses and directors from Spanish-speaking countries like Spain, Mexico, South America, and South America isn't a country, it's a continent, but I know you know what I mean. I don't know, I think it's so much easier to, practice a different language while you're listening to a song, like boom, boom, boom.